Hey everybody, welcome back to new video. So in this video we are going to discuss about functions. So functions are basically same as method, but it goes by the name function in Kotlin and method in Java. So first let's get rid of all these, and here is a function that we are going to talk about. Okay, I'm not going to dive deeper into the definition what are they, because you have already know it from Java. I'm just going to tell you how we can declare them. So for declare a function, what we type fun and then the name of function. So let's say we got hello, then we have this uh, you know and after this, yep, here is our function. This is how we have created our function, and what it does, it simply prints hello Kotlin. That's it. So here is an hello function which simply prints hello Kotlin, and let's call this function hello. So let's run this and see what we got. Here it says hello Kotlin, and we can copy it multiple time and paste here, and if I run this again, hello world will be printed 4 times. So yep, here it is, and hello Kotlin, and it is 4 times. So get rid of this. Okay, we don't have any return type in this function called hello. So to add a return type, what we do is we write semicolon and then the return type. So let's say here the return type is a string. So instead of printing hello world, we will simply return hello Kotlin. That's it, and we have to now print this hello println, print this hello function. So let's run this and see what we have. So here it says hello Kotlin. Okay, so we have seen how we can add a return type. Now let's add a parameter in this method. So if you remember from Java class, we can add parameters inside the functions. So for that, what we do is, let's say add a parameter of type string. So let's write the name of variable that we have to pass. So name, and this thing is of type string. So we have to pass a string. So now let's return this name in our return statement. So instead of Kotlin, what we do is return name. So here is our hello function, which takes a string as an input, and the return type is string as well. So here now it's showing an error, and that error is here we have to pass the name. Here you have to pass a string which is name. So let's pass Abhay, and let's run this and see what happens. So it says hello Abhay. Now if I change the name here Nan and run this, it will say hello Nan. So you can see it says hello Nan. So this is how we use functions in Kotlin. Now what we can do is we can also set a default value of the parameters that we have passed in. So here is name, which is of type string, and if we have to set a default value, so let's set a default value which is Abhay. Now if I don't pass any parameter inside this, it will not show any error because we have already passed a default value. So if we are using this function or calling this function and there is no parameter passed, then it will do its job with this default value. So if I run this, it will simply say hello Abhay. Here it says hello Abhay. Now if I pass a parameter inside it, then it will print hello Nayan, because we have passed an argument and it will simply ignore the default value. So it says hello Nayan here. So this is how you can pass a default value in Kotlin. Okay, so the next thing that we can do is, let's create one more function. Okay, get rid of this. Let's create a function which returns the sum of two numbers. So function, let's call it sum, and it takes two number as an input that we have to return its sum. So the first is number 1, and which is of type int, and the second thing is number 2, it is also of type int, and the return type is int as well. So what it does is simply return num1 plus num2. That's it, simple as that. So let's call this function. So sum, and let's pass two numbers here. Let's say 5 and 10. So okay, we have to print this as well. So do this in println statement. So print the sum of 5 and 10. It will simply print 15. Here it prints 15. Okay, as we know, this function is of just one line. So the code written inside this function is of one line. So since this is of just one line, and what we can modify is, let's get rid of this. So here is our method, and since we have to return just the sum of two numbers, we can simply equal to num1 plus num2. So function sum num1, then we have two input, which is number 1 and number 2, and then with the return type is of int. Since the code written inside this function is of one line, we can simply use is equal to num plus 1 num2, because this is an integer and we also have a return type of integer. So let's run this and we'll still get the same answer. Here it says 15. So this thing is called one liner function. We have function which is sum num1 and num2 that we have to add. Return type is int. It's simply equal to num1 plus num2. So this is how we can use function inside Kotlin. So this is all about functions in Kotlin. We have seen how we can create functions and how we can define the return type, and then we have also seen how we can provide a default value inside the parameters, and we have also seen how we can use a one-liner function. So that's it for this video, and in the upcoming video we are going to talk about classes in Kotlin. So see you in the next video.